These players didn't just dominate the court, they changed basketball forever. Their names are etched in history, but their rankings are fiercely debated in every barbershop, sports bar, and internet forum. You think you know who number one is? You might want to think again. Welcome to the Ultimate Basketball Showdown. If you love iconic highlights, jaw-dropping stats, and settling the biggest debates in sports history, you're in the right place. Today we're counting down the top 10 greatest basketball players of all time. This isn't just a list, it's a legacy. Let's get into it. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the man with the most unguardable move in the post, Hakeem "The Dream" Olajuwon. This Nigerian-born center was a smooth dancer in a big man's body. His signature dream shake left the league's best defenders completely helpless. A whirlwind of pivots, fakes, and footwork that was pure basketball art. He's the only player in NBA history to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP in the same season. His crowning achievement came during Michael Jordan's baseball hiatus, when he led the Houston Rockets to back-to-back championships in 1994 and 1995, cementing his status as one of the all-time great centers. In the 1995 Western Conference Finals, he famously outplayed league MVP David Robinson so thoroughly it became a basketball masterclass. Fun fact about Hakeem, he didn't touch a basketball until he was 15, having spent his youth as a soccer goalkeeper, which he credited for his incredible footwork. Coming in at number 9 is the quietest superstar in NBA history, the big fundamental himself, Tim Duncan. For 19 seasons, Duncan was the unwavering anchor of the San Antonio Spurs dynasty. He wasn't flashy, he didn't seek the spotlight, but he was an absolute metronome of excellence. His bank shot was as reliable as the sunrise. Duncan's resume is staggering. 5 NBA championships, 2 regular season MVPs, and 3 finals MVPs. He's the only player to win titles in 3 different decades. His iconic moment was his near quadruple double in the 2003 NBA Finals, where he posted 21 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and 8 blocks to close out the series. He was the ultimate teammate and the foundation of a winning culture that lasted for nearly 2 decades. A little known fact, Duncan was originally a competitive swimmer in the US Virgin Islands and only turned to basketball after a hurricane destroyed the only Olympic-sized pool on his island. Next up is a player whose dominance changed the game forever, but is he top 3 material? Let us know in the comments. At number 8, we have Larry Bird. Larry Legend was the ultimate competitor, a trash-talking savant with a game as beautiful as it was lethal. His rivalry with Magic Johnson didn't just define the 1980s, it saved the NBA. Bird was a triple threat nightmare, a deadly shooter, a brilliant passer, and a relentless rebounder. He led the Boston Celtics to 3 championships and won 3 consecutive MVP awards from 1984 to 1986, a feat only matched by Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. His most iconic moment came in the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals when he stole an inbounds pass from Isaiah Thomas and dished it to Dennis Johnson for the game-winning layup with seconds on the clock. It was the ultimate display of his basketball IQ. Fun fact, Bird was so confident he once walked into the locker room before a 3-point contest and asked everyone, "So who's coming in second?" He then went out and won it. At number 7 is the other half of that legendary rivalry, the orchestrator of Showtime, Earvin "Magic" Johnson. At 6'9", Magic was a point guard who revolutionized the position. He played with an infectious joy and a flair for the dramatic, throwing no-look passes that seemed impossible. He was the engine of the Los Angeles Lakers dynasty, leading them to 5 championships in the 1980s. He won 3 MVP awards and 3 Finals MVPs. His defining moment came in his rookie season. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar injured for Game 6 of the 1980 NBA Finals, the 20-year-old rookie started at center and put up 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists to clinch the title. It was an unprecedented display of versatility and leadership. Here's a piece of trivia. After his playing career, Magic briefly became a part owner of the very team he led to glory, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, at number 6, we have the most physically dominant force the game has ever seen, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was a force of nature, a combination of size, strength, and agility that was simply unfair. In his prime with the Los Angeles Lakers, he was an unstoppable juggernaut. He couldn't be guarded one-on-one. Teams had to throw their entire roster at him, and it still wasn't enough. He led the Lakers to a historic three-peat from 2000 to 2002, winning Finals MVP in all 3 series. He was a 4-time NBA champion and a regular season MVP. His most iconic moments weren't just single plays, but an entire era of shattering backboards and overpowering anyone in his path. The term hack a Shaq was invented just to try and slow him down. Fun fact, Shaq has a doctorate in education, making him Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. We're entering the top 5, where every player has a legitimate claim to being the greatest. The next athlete wasn't just a player, he was a mindset. At number 5 is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Kobe was the closest thing to Michael Jordan. His work ethic was legendary, his footwork flawless, and his competitive fire terrifying. A student of the game, he became an unstoppable offensive weapon. A 5-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, and regular season MVP, Kobe's career was defined by his relentless pursuit of greatness. His most iconic moment, an 81-point game against the Raptors in 2006, the second highest single game scoring performance in NBA history. He was a cultural icon whose Mamba mentality inspired millions. Fun fact, Kobe grew up in Italy and was fluent in Italian, often giving interviews in the language. At number 4 is the greatest winner in American team sports, Bill Russell. In 13 seasons with the Celtics, he won 11 NBA championships. Russell wasn't defined by scoring, but by winning. A revolutionary defender, he turned the blocked shot into an art and sparked fast breaks. A 5-time MVP, his leadership was unparalleled. His iconic moment winning his final championship in 1969 as a player coach. Fun fact, Russell was also a world-class track and field athlete, once ranking 7th best high jumper in the world. At number 3 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who held the league's scoring record for nearly 4 decades. Over 20 seasons, his skyhook became the most unstoppable shot in history. His resume, 6 regular season MVPs, 6 championships, and 2 finals MVPs. His iconic moment on April 5th, 1984, hitting a skyhook to pass Wilt Chamberlain and become the all-time scoring king, a record that stood 39 years. Fun fact, Kareem was also an accomplished author and studied martial arts with Bruce Lee. Now we reach the final 2, the king versus his airness, the debate that has defined modern basketball. Who truly deserves the top spot? Our runner-up at number 2 is LeBron James. No player in history has carried the weight of expectation like LeBron. Dubbed the Chosen One in high school, he has exceeded those expectations for over 2 decades. He is the complete player, a unique physical specimen with point guard vision, power forward strength, and unmatched basketball IQ. He's a 4-time champion, 4-time MVP, and 4-time Finals MVP with 3 different franchises. He is now the NBA's all-time leading scorer. His defining moment came in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals with The Block, an unbelievable chase-down rejection that led the Cavaliers to the greatest comeback in finals history. Fun fact, LeBron was an all-state wide receiver in high school and heavily recruited for college football. And at number 1, there can only be Michael Jordan. He wasn't just a player, he was a global phenomenon. Jordan combined breathtaking athleticism, relentless drive, and flair for the dramatic that turned the NBA into a worldwide spectacle. His finals record is perfect. 6 appearances, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. He was a 5-time league MVP and 10-time scoring champion, a lockdown defender, and an unstoppable force on offense. His iconic moment, the last shot in the 1998 NBA Finals, secured his 6th title and capped a perfect dynasty. He wasn't just the best, he set the standard. A little known fact, Jordan had a love of the game clause in his contract, letting him play basketball anytime. A risky but telling detail about his passion. Of course, a list this exclusive leaves out some legends. Honorable mentions go to Kevin Durant, Wilt Chamberlain, Stephen Curry, and Allen Iverson, all game changers in their own right. So there you have it. From Kareem's unstoppable skyhook to LeBron's legacy-defining block to Jordan's picture-perfect final shot, these 10 didn't just play basketball, they defined eras. They are the icons, the champions, the undisputed greatest players of all time. But that's our list. What's yours? Who did we miss? Who's ranked too high or too low? Drop your top 10 in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip through basketball history, hit like, subscribe for more, and share with a friend who thinks they know basketball. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're serious about starting or scaling a YouTube channel without ever showing your face or being a traditional YouTuber, I've got something you need to check out. I'm talking about Tube Mastery and Monetization 3.0 by Matt Parr. This course breaks down exactly how he runs over a dozen profitable YouTube channels and pulls in 7 figures from them, step by step. You get access to a private mastermind community, detailed video modules, proven strategies for niche research, content creation, optimization, monetization, and even scaling by outsourcing. Plus, there are amazing bonuses included like fill-in-the-blank video scripts, niche lists with 239 plus example channels, case studies, and more. Everything to fast-track your YouTube success. Right now, the price is still at an early bird rate, but heads up, it's going up soon. If you want to start a real location-independent YouTube business that actually works, don't wait. I've dropped the link in the description below. Click it to get instant access and start building your profitable YouTube empire today.